it's me, Gundeep, and welcome to my channel. So, in today's video, as you must have already read from the video title, we are gonna create this makeup look. Along with that, we are also going to have a chat about the unrealistic beauty standards that exist currently, the filters that make us doubt ourselves, and these makeup companies that make us believe that these products are actually going to transform us into these models who have been photoshopped highly for ours to look that way, and even they don't look like their photoshopped versions. So let's begin today's video, shall we? Numero uno. So I have already created a base because I don't want this video to be crazy lengthy. So I've basically just applied my foundation and did my brows. That's about that. So let's start from here. And as you must have seen from the thumbnail, today's topic lies all about accepting ourselves. So yes, I know that there are filters out there that make us believe that we must hide behind them in order to follow the social stigma or in order to follow the virtual reality, because everyone around us is projecting their virtual top-notch self. However, if we are not presenting ourselves according to the standards that are set by I don't know who, then we are actually lagging behind in this race of life. So I'm gonna start with a beige color that I'm gonna apply all over my eyelid. Have you ever clicked a picture using your phone camera and felt as if you're not beautiful enough, or for if that picture is not perfect enough, for if your pores are showing up, for if your acne scars are showing up, for if you do not have that perfect jawline, or that your face is not in the perfect proportions as it is supposed to be? I mean, come on, you must have seen my video wherein I talk about this fact, and in fact, this is something that I read by this person called Ramdas, and now I am taking this brown shade, so moving along with that, which I am going to apply on my brow bone. So, I read this quote by Ramdas which said that when you look at a flower and you look at another flower, do you try to judge them, or do you admire their beauty and appreciate the fact that they are different from one another and yet both of them are beautiful in their own beautiful ways? So why do you judge yourself then? Why do you look at your flaws and wonder for if there's something wrong with you, for if you shouldn't be having these freckles, these acne scars, or for if why you do not have that Instagram perfect nose, or you do not have that perfect pouty lips, and you need to get a surgery done in order for you to feel beautiful, in order for you to feel better about yourself. And this creates a vicious loop wherein you are never really going to feel complete and you're never really going to feel happy. So now I am taking this grayish tone that I'm going to apply in my inner corner. So have you ever felt that? I believe that we are the change. We can actually cause change, and we could do that through our actions. We could do that by normalizing skin types. We could do that by appreciating anyone who dares to bare their skin on social media. We could do that by actually putting in the efforts to post that picture of ourselves. We could do that by accepting ourselves, do that by standing in front of the mirror and telling ourselves every single day that I am beautiful, I am different and I am beautiful. I accept me for who I am. And now I'm taking this dark gray tone that I'm gonna apply all over my lower eyelids. Also, the reason why we haven't applied any foundation yet is because this look tends to cause a lot of fallouts. So in order to prevent that from happening, we are trying to be extra cautious by taking in an extra step, and that is why we are going to apply our foundation at the very end. And now I am using the brush with no other product on it, and I'm going to blend it with the brown one. So yes, this is a process that is going to take 2 to 3 minutes, so be patient with it and just blend them together. Be patient and just keep blending them together until they form a seamless bond. Also, if you are someone who hates blending and you believe that you suck at blending, then use your finger to blend the eyeshadows, because our fingers work great at blending these shadows, and the process is going to be fairly more quick, and that is what is going to help you out. So you could either choose to blend it using a brush, you could blend it in small scratchy motions, or you could just use your finger, wherein you can blend the eyeshadow using that. So I just want to add a little bit of brown more, because I believe that the gray dominated the look, which is something that I'm not too keen about. So I'm just gonna add a little brown and blend it again. The same with the other eye, adding more brown and blending it again. Now finally, I am taking some black eyeshadow, which I am going to apply on the outer corners of my eye. So now I have a personal question for you while I am going to apply that, and that is, have you ever felt insecure about yourself? If yes, then comment it down below and tell me, what is that factor that really bothers you? Are those your freckles? Is that your nose? Are those your lips? And also, after that, I want you to introspect about this and tell me, for if it is something that was born out of your curiosity, or born out of you comparing yourself with others, or is it something that has been created by these social medias, or is it something that has been created by these makeup companies that made you believe that you need to look a certain way, you need to dress up a certain way in order to be acceptable in the society, in order to fit in order to fit the virtual norms that have been created by them, as they want to sell their products and they want you to believe that their products are actually going to help you become that model that they've shown in those adverts. Like, what exactly is it? Do you remember any such advert? Remember any positive advert that you have seen about makeup lately? If yes, then please drop a URL down below. I would love to watch that one. So makeup is a process wherein we actually go back and forth between the shades. So I am mentioning all the shades that I am using, as you can see. So if in case there's something that I miss out on while I am actually talking to you or having a heart-to-heart conversation with you, then you could always refer to this area. Now I have this lavender shade, which I am tempted to apply towards my inner corners to brighten them up. And I'm gonna use the blending side of the brush to blend them two together so it doesn't look odd and everything looks seamless. And now I have taken a wet wipe and I've applied some makeup remover on it, and I'm trying to remove the fallout. Along with that, I am taking it in an upward motion so that it creates that creasy line that we want. You could also achieve that by applying a tape over it. However, today I did not feel like doing the tape thing, so I'm instead wiping it off now. This is something that's prerequisite, and we all know it, that no eye look is complete without an eyeliner. So that is exactly what we are going to do. So as we apply our foundation, let's talk about the flowers, and let's leave the flowers. Let's talk about the trees. Whenever you visit a garden or you visit a forest or any area that contains a lot of trees, do you just look at the trees and try to compare them? Or do you feel beautiful, marvelous, and just admire their beauty? You do not compare them to see for if which tree is taller, which tree is more beautiful, which tree is shorter, which tree is thin, which tree is fat. Then why do we do the same for human beings? Why do we always try to compare ourselves? Why do we try to fit into the mold that has been created by Lord knows who? And why do we try to make ourselves feel miserable in the process? Because we believe that we are not in line or not in accordance with those virtual standards. However, we know this deep inside that those standards are not achievable. They are called virtual standards for a reason, and yet we fail to acknowledge that, and we fall trap of our own miserable negative thoughts. That is a bad thing to do, because I'm not too sure if you can relate to this, but I genuinely believe that everything around us is energy, and when we are giving a lot of negative energy to this, then we are fueling the negative fire, and that is going to only cause us harm in the near future. So instead of dwelling on the negative aspects of things, why don't we just dwell on the positives? Why don't we just focus on what makes us different? Why don't we just accept ourselves for who we are and how we are? I have also been someone who's had really crazy acne, and when I had that, I realized that it was all about my diet. I went to a gynecologist who told me that it was obviously hormonal, but when I tried to read books and not go by what was told to me and try to correct the things in my diet, exercise, and drink more water, that's when I was able to cure it. So if it is something external that bothers you, like acne, then it is something that you can cure. Or for if it's the acne scars, there are a lot of, literally plethora of home remedies that are available online. You could try them out and see the one that fits you or see the one that works for you and use that for your advantage. You could do that easily, can't you? Okay, so I'm done with the rest of the look. I did it off camera because I felt like I wouldn't be able to talk while I do my lips or while I apply some lashes, because that requires concentration. So I went off camera to do that. For if you want to see a lip tutorial or an overlining tutorial, you know it's there on my channel. You could go watch that out. And if you have any future video requests, you could drop that out. For if you want to have a chat about any specific topic, then you could also drop that out for us. Just to add to this, I would consider your video recommendations for sure. And that's about it. Let's wrap up today's video with the note that you must learn to save your own self. Nobody's gonna come to save you. You have to take extreme ownership and save your own self. You need to fall in love with yourself. Nobody else is going to make you fall in love with you. They're only going to make you fall in love with them. So, be in love with yourself. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.